Okay, this review is of the July release. They were calling it a catalog. Uh, Originally, the Ryan and Dave show was supposed to be a catalog, and then they decided to make it this July release. And it's a shortened version of their catalog. Here, it's not very much in here. You want to win a flag. Okay, here's the first thing, which is the Santa Fe Super Chief, $48.99. Now, this thing has everything in it. Charlie Rowe has it for 4050. And let's go to the next page. It does have a Wi-Fi camera on this car right here, the Vista Dome car, where you can see the mouse hand is on. That's not the old camera car that they had. This is something completely new. I don't know if that's going to be a separate Wi-Fi app or if it'll be part of the Cab 3. They haven't said. Uh, you could get this whole set and these two cars here for 4,800 off a row. The reason I'm talking about them is they're usually the cheapest. Uh, you get figures included in it. That's what they're saying. They did say that on their Ryan and Dave show. Uh, there are four sound cars. This is not aluminum. It's simulated, as it says here, simulated steel. They are plastic 21-inch cars. I'm not into Santa Fe, but if I was, I would probably get this set. It'd probably be the only thing I'd get, but I think it's really nice. I think you're getting a lot for the money. If you want the third rail version of this, you're going to pay 8,000 something, and you're not going to have any sound cars. And you're only going to have TMCC, not Legacy, and you're not going to have the Wi-Fi camera. But it's up to you. I believe they're metal, their cars, but if you want to pay the cost of that, when you can get the Super Chief set and another set that's further down. Here's some F3s, no Pensies, so I still have no F3s. I do like this Atlantic Coastline, but the black to me looks more like a graphite. I think that's actually pretty sharp. All these are nice. Here's another one, a New Haven Puzzle, they call it. Here's two Lionel lines. Now, this is I guess, the Legacy 125th anniversary engine. There wasn't one in the first catalog. I'm not a big fan of orange. But it does say 2025. I don't know if I'm going to get that. This I'm definitely getting, unless there's a custom run that looks better. I just want one patriotic diesel engine to run with historical stuff that I have or 4th of July stuff. And these are going for Charlie Rowe. I saw 585 now. I've been buying stuff. I started buying stuff again 5 years ago, and a lot of the legacy stuff that I've been buying, at least diesel engines, they've all been around 585, like the Heritage units, things like that, the ST70 Aces. So this is in line with that. Would it be cheaper if it was if we didn't have tariffs and didn't have inflation? Sure, but that's what it is now, and there's nothing you could do about the tariffs. They are baked into these prices here. I don't know what percent they put on, but the tariffs have been hovering around, and will probably stay around 25%. I know South Korea and Vietnam were hit with 25%. I don't know what China's is. They can change, but they'll probably stay around that because the government made money off tariffs. Actually, didn't have a debt in June. It brought in more money than it paid out to everybody, whatever the government pays money to for. Maybe government checks for anything, and it brought more money in through the tariffs than it paid out. So they're not going anywhere. And here's the other set I was talking about, the North Coast Limited. People have been asking, Mr. Muffin said people have been asking for years for this. And he says, now's your chance, and he wants to see how many people are going to order it. $12.99 for the AA set here. The B set. Now, this isn't. You don't have to buy the cars with this like you do with the Super set, the Santa Fe one. $6.49 for the B unit, and then the Super Base is $5.99. But I believe the Super Base doesn't have a motor in it. But anyway, $12.99. If you want Golden Gates, they're going to be $1,800. and ABA is going to be 2400 for Golden Gate, and again TMCC. They're probably Golden Gates are probably dead accurate. If that's more important to you, you just want a showpiece. I don't. If it looks close enough, that's good enough for me. I just enjoy running the trains, working on the layout, building stuff. I'm not worried about perfection. It's just a hobby to me. I can't get that uptight. Then it doesn't become fun. More SD50s here. Now there's a picture of two CSX and KCS. The reason why is they're slightly different. The other ones you're just getting two row numbers, or they look exactly the same. Like you can see a headlight right here on the CSX on the top one, and the same with this Kansas City Southern. There's also a why is that escape? Stop, look, and listen campaign sticker on the back there. I don't know. I have one CSX Legacy. I bought some coal cars, Coke Express. Haven't even taken them out of the box. I might just sell my CSX. I don't know. I was thinking of the gray one. They're finally offering one. I don't know if I should buy one and stick with running CSX once in a while, or just get rid of it. I run mostly PRR, and then I use Lionel lines or Christmas engines to buy other engines that aren't made in Pennsylvania. Although U.S. Steel, I'd like to have more of. They don't rarely make it. Here's some more even. Here's Cargill. Now, this is actually, Dackman put up that Cargill is a brighter green. He put up a real picture of this, and it's actually a brighter green than this. These are usually duller than what you'll get. That's what I was told when I talked to Stu from Metka once when he's telling me about an engine. And he said the pictures are a little duller than what you'll get. Um, Here's Conrail. Another thing about Conrail, and I heard Dackman say in one of his videos, they have blue, but it's not an exact blue. Some people, of course, being negative, I think that's their hobbies, actually being negative. They get into different hobbies to be negative to other people. That's the real hobby for them. I don't know how you get joy out of being miserable, but some people, they're not going to get the blue. Well, there's no exact blue color. It's close. The government ran Conrail. They weren't concerned with a certain particular color, like a private railroad would. Like Union Pacific says, we need a certain yellow, we ain't putting it on. They painted these trains with mops, actual mops they would paint trains with to save money because government had budget cuts. Detroit Assembly Lines, pretty cool set. Door box cars. In the back here, you see the truck frames. I wish they sold these separate. I'm going to have to look online if somebody makes these. I don't have a 3D printer. I like to get a stack of them, open the doors, and set it inside when it goes around the track. I wouldn't glue it down because then I could take it off and put it on flat cars. Maybe I would. I don't know. But I think this set is pretty nice. Where's the price? $13.99 for the set. You have a chance for four more cars here. Here's some more. I think these are 109 or something on row. I'm gonna get. I don't have any double doors. I'll get these two. And they're at my limit for size, 16-inch for rolling stock. I don't like them any bigger. They do run on 031 curves. I just don't like the look of it if it's bigger. Here's some more single door cars. Maybe I get the Pensy. When I first saw it, I said, "Oh, is that Reading patch over?" No, it's D&H. Burlington Northern. This chassis is pretty nice. These are 169. That's 169. The other two are 159. Here's some covered hoppers. There are only two. There's only two that you get. There's no like 3 packs or anything. Kind of a lot. If you don't want a little less detail, Menards has a lot of these. Of course, their trucks aren't the best. They can wobble. You get what you pay for. Lion Chief 2.0. This was a big engine in the 1950s catalog, especially with this little wheeled antenna. And there's only one engine with it. No Pensy, so I'm not buying it unless somebody does a custom run or U.S. Steel. Country's 250th birthday. Here's some stuff. I have the 4th of July box car that does this. This is a 250 America car, so I don't think I'm going to buy that. The stock car is pretty cheap. I can get that pretty cheap. Now this engine here, Lionel said this is brand new tooling. It's not the previous tooling that they used when they put these engines out before. They had tooling made from scratch, which they've done. Like the 040s they did. They had damaged the tooling, so they made new ones. They had it in the catalog before, Legacy, and somebody damaged the tooling. They asked if people still want it. They got overwhelmed with pre-orders, so they made brand new tooling. And here's another 250 America. This is the CSX. Now I'm in the middle on auto rack, so I buy these semi-scale ones, and I have most of them that were even special runs. So if somebody wants to break up a set and sell this auto rack to me, I'll be more than happy to buy it if I see it at a show or whatever. I know Grospowski's has done that with auto racks, and I bought three of them off of them. Here's some more 250. Keep going. Here's another Washington 440 lighted boxcar. I think that could be a little less. I know it's got lights in it, but it's pretty sharp looking. Um, Definitely getting this caboose to go with my patriotic tree. Now I have the MPC era version of this, and I got that as part of a retirement gift. I was surprised when I was gifted train stuff. This, I think, is kind of an homage. These three passenger cars to the MPC era. They had uh, a set where you could buy the cars individually. It was Eisenhower, FDR, and Truman, and they were presidential campaign cars with bunting on them. Uh, that's what I'm going to look to pick up at a show. I've been looking at some of them, but they weren't in good shape. So when I find good ones, I'm going to buy them. I just thought they were pretty cool. They're only 13. These are 12. So I'll probably get these. What are they? $82 on Charlie Rowe for these each. All right, notable Americans: Jimmy Carter and his wife. Yeah, whatever. Um, Here's some more Army stuff. Iwo Jima. I know some people have trouble. Young people. I don't know what they're teaching in history. Maybe because I graduated high school in '85 and I had teachers that fought in World War II and a lot of neighbors. So a lot of neighbors have fought in the war. So Okinawa and Iwo Jima, I've heard firsthand stories about the war. Horrible, horrible, horrible. What people went through. Uh, there's some Lion Chief stuff now. Here's that Spirit of America by itself. There's a war bonnet. Uh, Quality control Conrail, and here's the new tooling. These are Lion Chief. The only thing is the wood in this looks really fake. These people like these. I'm not into the style engine, but they do look nice. Star Wars. People wanted the Phantom stuff. There's no passenger cars. Maybe there's talking about doing a release right after August 19th, and then they're supposed to do Steam release in September. So we'll see. Maybe they'll just do a Steam release in August. I don't know. Maybe they'll just do some passenger cars or some rolling stock in August, and then do Steam in September. There'll be one or two releases, and then the Vision Engine is going to be October. This is going to be a big seller if they take this to Comic Con and put it on the track with power and show it running. This 3D R2D2 is not like a flat thing. This is going to look 3D. It's the Brakeman thing. It's going to go back and forth. Star Wars people are going to geek out on this thing. And here's the last page. This train I'd like. It's got timeline of Lionel. Be available December 6th. I'm going to get one of these. And this cell tower looking like a tree, goofy thing. I might pick this up. And that's just custom runs, and that's it. So let's see if we can go up. My thoughts on it: it's small. Uh, I like it, even though there's not much I want in it. I can't say I don't look at catalogs and say, well, there's nothing I want in it because I've been buying a lot of stuff the last 5 years. I didn't buy anything before that for decades. So try. I've got quite a few things now, but if there's not much in there for me, I'm not going to say it's bad if it's got lots of nice stuff in it. Just because I don't want to buy something, I don't know. I don't personalize this hobby as much as most people do. If they don't get something in it, it's terrible, it's awful, the prices, blah blah blah. Maybe the hobby's not for you, or you need to dump a hobby. If you're young, be patient. I couldn't afford this stuff when I was younger, and I just didn't buy anything. So that's the way it went. But now I'm older and I've got my house paid off. I got money. I could buy something if I want it. And I don't have any other hobbies that are really expensive. I'm not into fixing up cars and something that costs a ton of money to do. But anyways, the catalog or the release. Hope you see something you like. Hope custom runs are coming. I got an email from Mr. Muffin. I suggested a Pensy F3, and he said he's not doing any custom run F3s. But you never know. He may change his mind. Who knows? Or maybe, hopefully, Brady's will do a Pennsylvania F3. I know the only one so far is Legacy Station. They have U.S. Space Force F3s. And we'll see what Metka does. Train World usually does one thing. So, well, thanks for watching. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.